obviously to my colleagues at the Government of Ontario, I've actually just met MPP Will and MPP Rosenberg, MPP Burma and Rosenberg, but we have something in common, and that is that we all understand that Canada is at a critical juncture in our history. We are seeing, as you will be well aware, working in this industry, unprecedented tariff action from our largest and most stable trading partner. And I have to say it's been a real pleasure working with the province of Ontario and indeed all provinces around the country as we strengthen our resolve to put any political differences aside with the sole focus on building our country strong, on making sure that workers and families, Canadian families, have what they need to weather this storm and to come out on the other side much stronger. And of course, Algoma has been at the forefront of some of the most aggressive tariff action that we face from the United States. And over the past number of months, you've seen the results of that tariff action and the way that it's impacting Algoma's capacity to continue to produce for the American market. But Algoma is a leader in this industry. And in fact, you've been operating since 1901, as Mike alluded to, and you've produced the steel that has built this country, whether it's in bridges, powering our industries, supporting thousands of good paid jobs. The federal government, as you know, has stepped up with the provincial government to make sure that we can actually protect this industry. Listen, steel is the backbone of our country. And you've heard us say this time and again. I hope that you truly feel how much we talk about steel, in particular at the federal cabinet table, and the importance of saving Canadian steel companies like Algoma and making sure that you thrive for the next 150 years. Because if we really are going to meet this moment with the ambition that the Prime Minister talks about, we need the fundamentals of building, and the fundamentals of building is Canadian steel. So the federal government launched a new suite of measures to protect the Canadian steel industry. First of all, targeted trade action. We've applied a 25% melt and pour surtax on imports from all countries except the U.S. if the steel was melted and poured in China. We've invested $1 billion to the Strategic Innovation Fund to help the steel industry expand markets and strengthen domestic supply chains. We are also investing $70 million through labor market development agreements. This is transfers of money to the provincial governments to support the kinds of skills training and modernization of skills that workers need as industries transform. And this will make sure that we can retrain and upskill up to 10,000 steel workers. We can't afford to lose any single talent. We've also invested $150 million from the Regional Tariff Response Initiative to support the small and medium enterprises in the steel sector. I come from Northern Ontario. I'm a Thunder Bay resident, and I can tell you, having seen other industries being impacted by a variety of different market pressures, when a large employer like Algoma Steel is threatened, many small and medium-sized businesses are deeply threatened as well. And so we've put into place measures through economic development agencies like FedNor to be able to bolster up other subsidiary businesses or smaller businesses that are deeply impacted by tariff action. And we're prioritizing Canadian steel in construction through a renewed Choose Canada approach. And the federal procurement processes are changing rapidly to require companies that are contracting with federal procurement agencies, the federal government, crown corporations, to source steel from Canadian companies so that we can do our part in making sure that we're the first customer of choice. And finally, we've increased access to financial supports, including the large enterprise tariff loan facility, which is a mouthful, but really it's about ensuring companies like Algoma Steel have the financial capacity to transform the way that they can produce product, the kinds of product that they produce, so that they can reach broader markets. And so today I'm very thrilled to announce that the federal government will provide $400 million in financial assistance through the large enterprise loan tariff facility to help Algoma Steel maintain operations, transition to a business model that's less reliant on the United States, and minimize disruption to Algoma Steel's workforce. Now, the Government of Ontario is also providing an additional $100 million to Algoma under the same terms. So that brings the investment we're making today collaboratively between Ontario and Canada to $500 million. And I want you to know that these are extremely difficult agreements to reach, and I want to congratulate Algoma Steel's management team for doing the negotiations so quickly and so thoroughly with the Government of Canada. Not everybody can access this kind of support. It takes rigor, it takes planning, and it takes determination. Earlier in speaking with Mike and team, I congratulated them for the willingness to be able to do this work. This is a heavy lift, and it's going to require union leadership, workers, and the corporation's executive to work together to seize this moment and ensure the sustainability of Algoma Steel. But we will be there with you as the federal government, and I am certain as the provincial government, as strong partners in this work. Listen, this is us, I think, working together to pull out all the stops to ensure that we can save Algoma Steel and save Canadian-made steel. And ultimately, the work that we're doing today is about the sovereignty of Canada. If we don't have a thriving Canadian steel company in Canada that is producing the kinds of steel that not only foreign buyers need, but that Canadian markets need, we will not be able to reach the ambition of growing the strongest economy in the G7. And in order to be able to take care of ourselves, ensure that we have what we need for our ambitious investments in military and defense, we need Algoma Steel to survive and thrive. And that's the foundation of the announcement today, that we know you're important. We actually believe that you are of utmost importance to the ambition of the country and to the determination of Canadians to stand Canada strong. So thank you very much for the time today.